everybody. It's Matt with Technology. What I got for you today is kind of a way for you to practice welding if you're at home and you don't have a welding machine. Cheap and easy and simple and uses the same muscle groups. So what I've got here is a couple 1-inch plate coupons that are beveled at 30 degrees. You don't have to do that. You can use a regular plates or cardboard with this, whatever you want. They don't have to be 1 inch thick. I just had these lying around, so I'm going to use them. So what I got is your cheap run-of-the-mill caulking gun and the cheapest silicone they sell. Basically, it's about $3. All right. So most everybody's got one in their toolbox. This is a great way to practice. It's not exactly the same, but it will get you the feel of it and make you move correctly. So the reason that this works the same is if you have a MIG or a flux core, when you pull the trigger on those, it starts feeding wire. Well, the way a caulking gun works, when you pull the trigger on it, it starts feeding silicone. And one of the key things to a weld is you don't want to outrun your metal or outrun your fire. You want to stay in the leading edge of the puddle. Well, when you're using silicone to caulk your tub and tile or your window, same scenario. You don't want to outrun your silicone because it'll make it look bad. So anyhow, sit back and watch. You can use, like I say, you can use a caulking gun to practice with. Matter of fact, you can use easy cheese in a can and weld crackers together, and then you can eat the evidence if it's an ugly weld. So I'll check this out and we'll get started on it and see what you think. So when you're going to do it, make sure your tip's cut nice and small. You're going to get it started. You're going to be at the right angle, and when it starts to feed, you will take off to ensure that you don't outrun your silicone or your puddle. Now this typically will make a larger bead than what your welder will, but the gist is the same. And we got ourselves our first pass done there. It may be hard to see, but it's there. Now here's the hard part. This will give you some finesse. If you can lay another bead on top of that wet bead of silicone, then you've got some finesse. And that's what we're going to try to do here. So I'm going to pull off. I'm running down the left edge, tying my first bead together while tying it to my base metal. Now, I don't know if you noticed or not, but that was just one pull of the trigger. Now I want to run my right edge. I know you can't see me in the shot, but I'm on one knee. I've got my elbow braced on the table here. I'm making sure that I'm nice and sturdy, that I will not be moved, so that I can concentrate on what I'm doing and not have to concentrate on setting still. Using both hands. I'm right-handed, so my left hand's guiding the gun while my right hand squeezes the trigger. Again, this is going to run larger beads than what your welder would, but the gist is the same. Use the same muscle groups, same amount of concentration. concentration, and it'll cost you $3,000 to practice. You ain't buying a bunch of metal and a welding machine. Another nice thing, if you're new at this, you're not at any risk of catching on fire or getting shocked or any of that stuff. You're just learning to adjust on the fly to the amount of materials coming out into your gun. All right, one more pass here. It's that simple. Now still, there's better than a half a tube of silicone left. So I hope this helps. I know it may be hard to see in the video, but while I was trying to talk you through it, try it. Get you some easy cheese. Well, get some club crackers together. Need the evidence. Get you a caulking gun, a couple pieces of wood or cardboard, and try to weld them together. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's effective. All right? Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.